Interim leadership is finalizing a list of new cabinet ministers, and it will have to be approved in a few hours' time by crowds in Independence Square. And with right-wing radicals at the forefront of uprising, they're now lining up for the top jobs, as RT's Alexei Yarshevsky now reports.
We lead Ukraine's and Europe's biggest battle.
In a vibrantly edited clip, the right sector movement of Ukraine states its mission. And while some think that the revolution here ended with the ousting of President Yanukovych, its leader Dmitry Yarosh has a different view.
This is just the beginning. Ukraine's resurrection, Europe's resurrection, they start at our Maidan.
But does this resurrection require the storming of political party offices, the torching of politicians' houses, and the manhunt for journalists?
Recently, they offered a reward for the whereabouts of a Russian journalist from the RTR channel for what they call providing false information, so you can see where we are heading now.
The Jewish community in Zaporozhye in southeastern Ukraine thought calm had returned. But on Tuesday, an unidentified man tried to set the town's synagogue ablaze with Molotov cocktails.
4 masked men started throwing explosives at our synagogue at around 11 p.m. Our security tried to catch the perpetrators, but they failed.
The right sector is the core and the voice of the uprising, but the extent of its involvement in the acts of vandalism and violence rocking Ukraine now is hard to verify. The attacks are often perpetrated by unidentified masked men. Finding who exactly they represent is difficult. The word on the street is that there are several armed factions operating under the Maidan banner now, raising serious concerns about the rise of extremism, just as the symbols of the tragic past resurface on Ukraine's streets.
We witness right now a very hypocritic approach to politics, especially by the European Union and by the European states. They say they fight against extremism inside the European Union. They fund extremism and support extremism outside the European Union.
Despite what is widely seen as a victory over the regime, the Maidan remains intact, with the right sector standing firm. Some of its members may leave Independence Square soon, though, possibly landing jobs in the revamped Interior Ministry when Parliament forms a unity government on Thursday. Alexei Yarshevsky, RT, reporting from Kiev in Ukraine.